Hi, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of What Happens in My Child's Classroom. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this video. I know how busy life can be with young children, so I am grateful you could join my channel today. To those of you joining for the first time, my name is Oluwakoyinsolo Oshodi. Today, I want to talk about something I know many families wonder about, which is place, specifically. Why do we make such a big deal about play in early childhood? Is it really learning or is it just for fun? By the end of this video, I hope to answer those questions by looking at what research says, how play helps children grow in so many different ways, and what it actually looks like in real life childhood class. Let's start with the question, where does the idea that play equals learning really comes from? Is it, well, it's not actually a new idea at all. For over centuries, researchers have been watching children and noticing something quite amazing about how the play and how young brains are being wired to learn best. At this point, let me introduce two of my thinkers in this area, Jane Piaget and Len Vygotsky. Jane Piaget, I would say he was a detective of children's mind. He noticed that children aren't just empty vessels waiting to be filled with information. Instead, they are more likely a little scientists because they learn by doing, example, touching, exploring, and experimenting. Let's think about a child playing with blocks. They built a tower, and the tower fell and got dismantled. What just happened? They just learned about gravity, about balance, and cause and effect, and they learned about that it's not about someone told them, but it's about what they've experienced by themselves, as stated by Sriga in 2025. Although Piaget's idea was brilliant, but later researchers noticed that he didn't talk much about something we all know is really important, which is playing with others. And that is where Vygotsky comes in. Vygotsky's idea is like saying, hang on, learning doesn't happen in a bubble. It happens when children talk, share, and play together. Have you ever watched two children playing and act like running a little shop or playing family? They're not just having fun, they're negotiating who gets to be what language they are using new language in new ways. They are learning from what they see and seeing from other people's point of view. Vygotsky also gave an idea called zone of proximal development. As fancy as this name sounds, it simply means what can my child do with my little help? Children just in okay, for another example, a child that wants to learn a car, how to ride a car. The first thing we have to do is we put the child in the car and assist the child. The child knows he or she cannot learn alone, so we need to put the child in the car and assist the child, put one hand on the seat and put one hand behind at the back, that's the trunk of the car, and move the car. When the child gets his or her balance, then we can leave the child to take control, because we teachers, we are like GPS. We only guide and support them, but we do not take over from them, just like in the classroom. And there are lots of plays that we allow children to do because it helps them with their cognitive development. It helps them with their social life and all. Lot of There are lots of child play that children interact with the activity, and for each child, for each play, it is inclusive, irrespective of the background, the ability to the child's activity and all. It helps. Okay, let's talk about the practical aspect. There are some parents that will tell you, can my child read and write? For the block of making a puzzle. It teaches the child about logical thinking, problem solving, and also concentration. Just like the shopkeeper, two children having to act in a shop. One is the shopkeeper and one is the customer. For this, it's they're gonna count money, which is mathematics, the communication, which is literacy, and it's also going to help them understand that they are they can wait for their own turn. Yeah, they can also wait for their own turn. It will also help them with language development and also help them read labels, reading. So some parents ask, can my child read and solve mathematics and count? Yes, with child play, your child will be able to do that because child play is not replacing learning. Child play is actually academic learning, just wrapped up in a way that makes sense to a child to learn better and faster. Aside from mathematics, literacy, there are other the things that child play helps children to grow in. That's a social life and emotional aspect, which is more important also. Even though it helps them to learn how to share things, how to wait for their turn, how to walk through disagreement and all. Child play also allows them to have their to express their own feeling and also solve their curiosity. So you might be wondering, is it okay I get it? Play is important. Why is it compulsory? My child has it in class. It can be in class and it can be an outdoor play, which will help the child to grow better. And as teachers, we are just like GPS that we assist, we guide them. We are not to take over because it's for child play. It also ensures inclusive practice, which means every child, regardless of ability, background, like I said previously, or even learning styles, can fully participate in child play. So let me leave you with this. Play is not a break from learning. Play is learning itself, grounded in decades of research from Piaget to Vygotsky to today's classroom. It helps the child in in the child's development, thinking, language, social skills, emotional well-being, physical growth, etc. It helps the child a lot. Thank you for listening. So I really appreciate and I hope this has been helpful. And please, if you ever have any question about what child play looks like in a classroom, I would love to chat more. And also for more content like this, please I'll always look forward to my videos, to watching my videos. Thank you so much. See you in my next video. Bye.